Good morning, good afternoon, good whatever time it is where you are. I hope that your week has gone well so far. I've had a pretty busy week. I attended one event and I have another event tomorrow for International Women's Day. Gotta make a sign for it, but getting involved helps me, to feel like I'm doing something. I'm also building like community within my community. Most of the people that I talk to throughout the day are senior citizens and they're in their bathing suits. So I see a lot of older people. And sometimes it's sad because a lot of them live alone. So if like our normal everyday people aren't there, we kind of get worried. So my friend, she wasn't there. She's well into her 80s and she just started a new medication. So her not being there, it's like, ooh, I hope she's okay. I have her number. So I texted her, didn't hear back. And then I talked with the head lifeguard because they're friends too. And we okay, she didn't let us know who our regulars would usually let us know ahead of time, like if they're not going to be there or something. But she didn't do that, and then she didn't respond to my text. So I asked the lifeguard, "You think I should just go by and check?" Because I was worried that I'd go into a forensic files issue, or Dateline, where you discover. It's like that was not the case, thankfully. I went over to her house and she's doing okay, but it's kind of hard because she lives by herself. But it's important to have community. A lot of us have turned more into like individualism, and that can kind of bite you in the butt, especially when you need like social change to happen. It only takes like 3.5% of the population to get engaged in their community, in events. I hate that I have to speak in code, but you know what I mean. Only 3.5% of the population needs to get involved before something usually happens. So whether that's being involved like within your community, if you notice somebody is not doing okay, you ask like, can I help? What should I bring over for dinner? Things like that. But sometimes we're just in our own little worlds, and I'm guilty of that too. Especially like when I'm in flares. But yeah, it's been a pretty busy, productive week. I know that I mentioned in my stories, but I don't think I put it on my main page. We lost our little orange boy, our little, excuse me, fearful feral to friendly feline. He went downhill really quickly, and I brought him in to be cremated. So we'll be picking up his remains and bringing Chester back home later on this month. But I think he sent who I used to call BB because I didn't know if it was a boy or a girl. But her name is now Mia Pia, and she's that long, like domestic, long hair with a bottle brush tail. She is just this little thing, but she's gotten more and more comfortable over here. And we pick her up, and I scheduled for her to get spayed because she's just a little kitten, probably about 3 or 4 months old. She's little. So I picked up some kitten food for her. But I scheduled an appointment for her to get spayed because spaying and neutering your pets, I highly recommend it because we have so many animals that are sitting in shelters looking for homes, and some of them don't get to leave the shelters. So all of that said, I hope you have a good weekend. Don't forget to turn your clocks if you're not in Arizona, or I think there's like one city in a state that doesn't do daylight savings. But when you switch your clocks, check your smoke detector battery too.